Well, greetings. How you doing? Happy day. I don't have much to say except I better check the sound. Make sure it's not chipmunk. That quit. Let's go here. My channel. Live now. Now. Sounds good. Now. No, it doesn't. Sounds good. Oh no, it does. Now. No, it doesn't. Sounds good. Oh no, it does. Now. That's weird. Okay. Anybody here? Yeah, hi. Here, let me just I'm in a mood. uh, I'm in a good mood and bring it. Just not a pizza, man, because that fucks over those guys. I'm not gonna pay for it. I'm not gonna accept it. I'm not gonna eat it. Just stop doing that, please. I'm gonna have to call every single stinking pizza joint within 10 miles of me. To get the Discord open. Hello, whoever you are. Ay. I'm in a mood. Like I said, I'm in a strange space. It's like Tucson really did something in the city council meeting the other day, or on the hearing over the sanctuary city uh, ballot referendum to make Tucson a sanctuary city, and something happened that I hope is going to set the whole tone for this entire rest of the election season, where the sanctuary city people had collected enough signatures to where there was no debate that night, that the city council could either accept the proposal because there were enough signatures, or they could reject it and put it off for a general referendum, which they did. They don't want it. None of the rich white people in charge of this town want this town to be a sanctuary city. They're trying to gentrify it. So anyway, this really sleazy woman. I probably should read that story, that whole piece. I have to find it again probably. About the whole movement. This woman and her old man, really sleazy bitch, um, jumped up in the middle of uh, the meeting and started shouting about Mayor Rothschild violating the oath that he swore to the Constitution by allowing this to happen. It's like, well, it's not happening. There was no way to stop it at that point because there were enough signatures. It was to the point where the city council either had to accept it or put it over for a vote. And she's trying to get it. Oh no, we can't have this at all, blah blah. And he busted out this guy in a green shirt. I think his name Carl. I gotta look that up. I gotta get that up because this is the attitude I've been like part of for 50 years. Is to, you know, fucking hippies have always been right. It's like, don't take this shit too seriously. Just do not take shit too seriously. You have to learn how not to give fucks about things that the elite want you to give fucks about, so that it gets you divided with your from your fellows, because you're giving a fuck about something that the other person isn't giving a fuck about, and they're doing something that the fucks that you give gets you all riled up and yada yada yada, right? So, the hippies have always been right about this. We're the Ku Klux Klans. The hippies tried to levitate the Pentagon, and was 69 or 72 or something. And Vermin Supreme has been out there. Well, I've known him since 1989, when he was declaring himself mayor. And he's been in the presidential race, declared as a candidate for president, at least since, I'm pretty sure he ran against George Bush both times. I voted for him a couple of times because I just absolutely couldn't vote for the Democrat. Like Barack Obama. I wasn't going to vote for that. I have to admit now, in retrospect, that I wouldn't be here as a woman today if it wasn't for Barack Obama making it possible for us to come out, trans feminine men, to come out and transition, at least socially transition, if not completely medically transition. It's amazing the change that occurred in the entire fabric of the transgender community during the Obama administration. Just unbelievable. There were young people and old going through their transitions totally in public on YouTube, completely all from start to finish. Emily Fishbaum is in New England somewhere. I think she's in New Hampshire. And she's not even quite 18 yet. She just turned 18 like this week or something, or about to. I don't know. I'm not following it close enough to be able to, off the top of my head. But she did her whole shtick right all the way through. She's in the hospital. She's and she wasn't even the first one that's done that. There were a bunch of them. I mean, besides Jazz Jennings also. And both of them got network coverage of it. So things are changing real fast. And even you have to give Caitlyn Jenner some credit, because her tabloid transition just really it empowered a lot of the kids and older people, and probably the biggest positive impact it had on us was that the local organizers and the community advocates were getting free airtime they never had before. Our authors are getting published. They're getting into the opinion section and shit in the major papers, and some of them actually have contracts, like with Jenny Boylan's, where I've been writing for the New York Times for quite some time. Bryn Tannehill writes for, I think I've seen her in Washington Post or so. I've seen Bryn Tannehill on a few big platforms. Lexi Cans makes it there. Paris Lee's, Jen Richards, bunch of them. And the big changes came under the Obama administration, and they really didn't change any law. All it was some administrative directive. It wasn't even executive orders. It was just suggestions that came down out of the White House through the various agencies on how to deal with gender nonconforming people. That's all that happened under Obama. He didn't change any law. And the law, the law's been in place. Title VII of the I may have these dyslexic. Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 covers discrimination on the basis of sex, and Title IX in the Education Act. And I think there's some in the Employment Act. All these acts have something that prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex. And what's been happening all these years is that the rulings in the courts have gone with the transgender people, saying that it qualifies as discrimination on the basis of sex, without it actually being clearly stated in the law itself. And so we have, like, Tucson, for instance, has it clearly defined in the anti-discrimination ordinance. I think, Massachusetts, that was what question 3 was about, was clearly defining it. And that's what the Equality Act is about. It's amending all these old laws to clearly define the, individual autonomy over, our choices of gender expression. Excuse the fuck out of me. They're forcing people into a gender role that's entirely unnatural and resulting in horrible behavioral health problems. Huge, huge, huge behavioral health problems because of it. And all it's going to take is to pass the Equality Act. So let's see who's here. Hi, Mark. Hello. Not really. I'm teasing him, Mike. Nothing's really going. I was ranting about some transgender stuff I got going on. It's been strange, because there's so much courage, determination, will, and solidarity being expressed by all the people who are advocating for human rights and various targeted minorities, threatened minorities that are being, all these minorities, all of us others that the white nationalists don't approve of, are like, and that's something I was working on earlier. I got to get back to eventually. Is I have a friend in India, who's a biologist in Mumbai, and a bit of a history buff and quite the dissident author, human rights activist. I met her over the Palestine-Israel thing a number of years ago. And she's like lately been covering the turmoil in Indian politics, so Kashmir and stuff, and then Modi guy. I have a physical this week, and this has been bothering me in here more, too much lately for the air quality I'm seeing reported. So I'm getting checked up top to bottom on the 15th, I think it is. Anyway, today is Eid Mubarak, Eid al-Adha, I think it is the celebration in Islam commemorating Abraham's willingness to sacrifice Isaac to the Lord. It's a feast day and a day of reflection, and where have you been and where are you going kind of day. And I was responding to something on Sam's wall that someone she knew from Kashmir had posted about not sending him Eid greetings because there was nothing to be happy about in consideration of everything that was going on in Kashmir, and the encroaching fascism seems to be everywhere. India, the right wing has gotten into positions of power. Israel's been under their thumb for many years now. What's this? Oh, we have an incoming call, and I don't hear it. Yeah, who's this? This number looks like one on the block. Bet this is Google. Hello. Where's the call it? There it is. Yeah, I had the ringer turned off, apparently.
Text now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
I had a call in to the internal affairs people asking them for a meeting, but the sergeant was away for the whole week and the lieutenant wasn't available. So I'm going to try again this week and have a sit down and talk with them. Well, hi, Ken. Happy day, Mark. Who else is here? We got 12 people here. Yippee. Hi. Talk to me. As I really, these are mean, stupid people like making a fiction about me. I would like some intel on anything that might be going on that's directly related to me. That'd be nice. Right now, the timetable for me is Cloudflare has the complaint that the host is owned by the site owner, and that if they don't pull the plug, I'm going into the courtroom immediately and filing on them. And I'm just, they're giving me this like, oh, we don't respond to everything all the time, and this might be the only one you get, and yada yada yada. Hello. Hello. Are you going to speak? I guess I have the volume up, and you haven't said anything in 20 seconds. Bye. I think one of the things they do is they'll call like that and be recording what I say and then fuck with it. Unless you get me live on a trusted channel, email or live video, don't trust anything that you see about me or you see saying it's me or anything. There's a Tommy Tudor imposter that steals my shit as fast as I post it. Yes. Yeah, fuck you, you're blocked. Yeah. And now they have, yeah, fuck you, you're blocked. But I don't care. Because you know what? There's no shame in my game. None. None. There is nothing I have done in my lifetime that I need to be ashamed of. Nothing at all. Nothing at fucking all. Except for things I've done to myself. But nothing I've ever done to anybody else. So fuck them. Let them make of me what they want. Because there's thousands of people who come in contact with me over the years that know me directly, and yes, I'm nuts. So what? I have never heard anything. And I know lots of people that are seriously nuts that also have never heard anything. I meet people and the ones who are willing to suffer for righteousness sake. People, was Yeah, someone was going off. I don't know if it was Mayor Pete Butthead or what, but someone was going off about it. Might have even been George Carlin. I don't remember. But someone was going off about how these holy rollers are always quoting a bunch of shit that like fits their agenda, but they never quote the Beatitudes. So let me read the Beatitudes to you. Hello. Yeah. If they're gonna call and not say anything, you got 10 seconds to say something, or I'm hanging up. I'm not speaking anymore. I'm not giving you free milk to fuck with. Yeah, so I might as well read the Beatitudes. Let's go up on the Beatitudes. Let's have a little fun with the Beatitudes and talk about Christians. and I mean, fake Christians versus real Christians. Christian Zionists. That's there's Zionists and then there's Jews and Christians. And then with the Muslims, you've got all kinds of Shia, mainly Shia and Sunni, but then you got these Wahhabis that are in bed with the Zionists, the Saudis. So that you got Zionism, you got Christian nationalism, and you got Wahhabism, and all three of them are bullshit. And then pretty much it's the same bullshit that's been going on for all recorded history. Certainly the last 15 or since Muhammad and them first made contact with the Christians. And that's like over 1,500 years ago, I think. What's going on here? I don't know what's happening with this phone. I must have the settings for the ringer funny. It's not ringing. Yep, ringer's down muted. Come on. Change the vibrato on. Change the sound. Press the volume up key. I've been doing that and it's not going up. There we go. I quit. I quit like keeping up with this shit. About 2003, 2004, when the IBM System 32 got packed down into one of those and the handheld. It's like, oh no, fuck this. Because I don't like with the touch screen at all. I like my keyboard. I'm not super fast, but you can hear when I get going that I'm adequate. And I can look at the screen and that's why I'm not that fast, because I don't watch the keyboard, I watch the screen. I don't need to be reading. I was gonna go get the Beatitudes. That's right. Well, here we go. This is from Matthew 5:3 through 12. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. And then it all boils right back down into Deuteronomy 6. And I don't really know where exactly the golden rule is stated first. Most often is comes from either Jesus or Hillel, and not Torah. Deuteronomy 6 is just Shema, it's the expression of the oneness. But it doesn't say anything about loving our fellow man as we would love ourselves. I need to go and look for that in the Torah and see exactly where it's stated about how we should never do to anybody else what we didn't want done to us. That's like the prime directive to humans on this planet, is to just treat everything the way we would want to be treated. And George Carlin did a thing on 10 Commandments where he's going on. It's like, if you just do that, just follow that one, you aren't going to break all the other thou shalt nots. If you live your life loving living, you're not going to do any of that other shit. Trolling the trolls. Well, I've been doing that for 20 years, man. I stopped like getting right in their face. It's not a joint, so I'm not going to spark it. It's a cigarette, and I don't want to light it. I grew up with the things in my hands, man. I've been using a word processor. My first word processor was this Magnavox thing. That was about the size of an Osborne personal computer, which was my friend's first office computer that I worked on in like 1982, 3. And just a little thing about this big, with a little teeny screen about this big, was my first word processor in like 1973. First computer I ever worked on was 1971. I used to write the punch card programs, simple. First complex one I ever wrote, I crashed the Honeywell timeshare real bad with it. And made it do a core dump or something. It took them a while to get it back up. And that was like 1971, 73, 72, 73, and through there. Then, 1971, the first computer, that thing was as big as a freaking refrigerator. It was as big as my refrigerator, easy, maybe bigger. And it didn't have a 64K a core, and it was all tubes. And like they had the big, they called them cake box hard disk drives. Big old thing that looked like a cake box. You couldn't talk to this thing. It didn't have a mouse or keyboard, or the keyboard was on the punch card machine. You had to type in what you wanted the computer to know onto these cards, and then the cards had to be fed into the machine. And the only way the machine could talk back to you at that time was to put it out onto a line printer. So like the companies that couldn't afford to have their own shit in-house did what was called time sharing at that time. My father's factory was one of those kind of companies. It was a sewing factory, and I wrote a program for pricing a radio Spinnaker sale that we were manufacturing, and it just totally trashed the computer. And that was the last real program I ever wrote. Since in the early 80s, my friend and I he had a trucking agency that we developed a database and built computers for, just from components. We put Windows 3 on them. Oh boy. And in 1999, I was able to purchase my own machine, which was AMD, with like a 400 megahertz processor and 400 gigabyte or 400 megabyte. It was 400. It was like 400. It was like 400 gigahertz processor, and a 400 megabyte hard disk drive with a bunch of other stuff, camera and shit, that cost me like almost $1,500 back then. Today, $1,500, holy shit. I can get a 10 terabyte disk for like, oh shit, I don't remember what it was. The price was ridiculous. The price was just nuts. I just got a 64 gigabyte SanDisk for $9. And that kind of storage for that kind of money was just unheard of. For all you youngsters that aren't real deep into it, the one of the founders of Intel postulated that as the processors got faster and smaller, and the development costs were paid off, the prices would go down accordingly, and that's happened a lot. And it's called Moore's law. It's how it's inversely proportional. The price is I don't remember what exactly. There's a formula or something, but it's basically as the shit gets smaller and faster, it's going to get cheaper too, and it has been. This 10 terabyte disk, which is more. I don't hardly ever download anything more than pictures. No point when I can watch videos or listen to it online without downloading it. Internal, we want the internal. 10 terabyte internal drive. Holy shit. $179.99 for the Western Digital. Oh no, that's the external. That's still crazy. Here's the Seagate internal for $279. Oh boy, that's 10 gigabytes. Holy shit, $279. 20 years ago, barely bought you like 200 megabytes. 300, it's about $1. It was about $1 a megabyte back then. Crazy. When I first entered my first year in college, I had this totally like radical chemistry professor who Melvin Churchill. He was British, kind of a little guy with a mustache, funny as hell. He was real funny. Boy, his tests were hard too. And it was like right at the beginning of Texas Instruments and Hewlett Packard had handheld calculators out. The programmable ones were starting to come out, but those were real expensive. Like a Hewlett Packard programmable thing would cost you $300-400 back then, and low end ones were at least $100 of either one of them. And Churchill got in front of the class at the beginning of the year and told us, "You're going to have to all use, it was an inner city school." And he acknowledged that there were going to be kids in his class that were like financially disadvantaged and weren't going to be able to be purchasing calculators. So he forbade the use of calculators in his tests. You had to use a slide rule or nothing, or just scratch paper, baby. Yeah, boy, those tests were hard too. So anyway, anybody got any questions? Because I'm just like, I really don't want to even talk about the idiots unless somebody brings it up. Okay? So I don't want to deal with this now because I'll focus on it and write something serious. I probably should just go down my wall and talk to you guys about what I've been writing about today, right? Just go through my last couple of days. So my last post, I can't play the video, which is called Trumple Finskin from the album Trump is a Chump by the Unacceptables or something like that. I think that was what I think that's the name of the band, the Unacceptable.
Let's go tell people they'll only pay for what they need with Liberty Mutual. Fine, I'll drive.
Now, this is a really rare thing here. There's only been viewed 126 times, and it's been up since July 26, 2017. So, like, let's give these guys, this is called The Unaccepted is the name of the band. It's an album called Trump is a Chump. Now, it is available for download. I forget exactly who had it. I saw it earlier. I was like, no, I ain't paying for that yet. I'll see if it's at YouTube first. But if you Google Trump thin skin, you'll find it. So anyway, that's this. There's a song called Trump thin skin, and then the other songs on the album are Trump is a Chump and the Unaccepted. I think. I forget it. Not fine. I don't know. It's not important. So anyway, yeah, I did some strong writing today on a couple of subjects I don't always write that much about. Some don't even write that much about usually. And here's a thing from India that I just don't understand any of this that's going on there. I need somebody to explain it to me. Queer community of JNK, and I'm not even sure what JNK mean. Like Kashmir, I'm not sure what the J is about. Won't enjoy any greater freedom, says LGBTQ plus collective. Now, the transgender news I've seen recently out of that region has been more positive than negative lately. I mean, there's been some ugly murders, but I see happy stuff coming out of both Pakistan and India more than the awful shit. Brazil, Mexico, awful shit. Britain, just difficult shit. And Australia is getting to be the same way. So far, in the United States, I don't see the same kind of traction the ultra right getting as they're getting into Britain and Australia. The progressive middle, people of color are like, no, we ain't taking that shit. Most people are completely disinterested in arguments about gender identity and sexual preferences. And the ones who do have an interest in it, for the most part, wish that the ultra white, right, mighty white Christian nationalists would just stop fucking hating on queers for no good reason. You know, it's progressive America, the cis hat, progressive people are accepting and tolerant of, like, you know, it's live and let live kind of attitude. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm not queer, but you're okay to do that. Most people are like that now. There's no fight left, or there shouldn't be. I was saying earlier about the law. The legal precedent has been such that it supports the claims of transgender people under the basis of discrimination against us by means of sex. And that there's this mountain of legal precedent there that they have to get through in the United States to really erode our rights and threaten us. But that doesn't exist in Britain or Australia. I don't think they have as strong a progressive middle class as exists in America. They won't put up with that shit. So come on, talk to me. Say something to me. I don't really feel. I'm not in the mood to be jabbering at the screen. I'd rather be like interacting with people who have something to say, questions they want to ask. That's the kind of mood I'm in. It's a little bit too late for me to be playing any music, which is unfortunate. In my old place, I was able to play anytime. I could pull the flute out anytime, and really I could pull the saxophone out pretty much anytime too. In the old places, there was nothing close enough to me to hear, but I have an upstairs neighbor, and a right there neighbor in the same building as I didn't have that before. Why isn't who in jail for what he did to who? What are you talking about? Are you talking? What are you talking about? Oh, I hope you're talking about what I think you're talking about, you stupid. I hope I see an idiot here. Yeah, you, Nick. What's this? Why isn't he in jail for what he did to her? There is a movie where these people outlined him being a criminal. What do you mean by that, please, sir? I don't understand what that's all about. Tell me more, please. If it was about me, it was staged. If it was about me with those kinds of people in it, it was staged and fictional. And if you have a link to the film, I would certainly like to have it. Because there are no like legitimate people who will badmouth me to the degree that that thing is most likely badmouthing me. No, it is not real. That is pure, unadulterated, libelous crap. No, the thing that they clipped, that was a list of the things that I was talking in a video of my own, running down a list of all the things that they were accusing me falsely of doing. And they clipped that out to make it sound like I was admitting to it. And if they're putting that out in the world, look out. Just fucking look out. Now, are you talking about that clip within a larger film? What old fat guy? I have not seen this yet. Do you have a link to it, please? Oh, did they get hold of Pieman? Aaron K. Pieman, perhaps? Because he's the only person in the world that I know of that would possibly fucking lie about me. He's a piece of shit, burnout. I'd love to hear that because I'll take him to court for lying. And you know, I mean, he wants. Did he talk about the hash trafficking that he was involved with? That was I wasn't directly involved in. It was happening in front of my face. You know what's he accusing me of? What's he accusing me of? Why don't you give me a? Why don't you call? I want to hear this. I don't want to make you type it out. This is what I came online about. Kid in a park. Sexual offense in a kid in a park from Aaron K. Pieman. Woo. That's some deep shit. Could be the woods, because I was falsely accused of that by one Martin Cheney. It seems I'm gonna. Do you have a link to the film, please? It's deeply contrived. Anything that is accusing me of a sexual predation is total bullshit. Anything like that, it's total bullshit. Completely contrived. What's the link? You haven't given me a link to it. No, it was a game. The whole, it's. I forget how many years ago it was, but information came to me about how one Reverend Martin Cheney, who was that Rainbow Fan person along with Chongo at the farms, had made up a story about me sexually assaulting a 14-year-old boy at the 1999 Rainbow Gathering in Pennsylvania, which actually happened, but by another person's hand. I was nowhere near it, didn't nothing know about it until I was accused of doing it all those years later. And he had done that in retaliation for me outing him as a spousal abuser and child abandonment. And that was a verified story. It was verified from eyewitnesses. And that was his retaliation. That was how he was going to get me back to discredit my accusation to him was by like, oh well, this is a rapist, this is a child molester, Chomo. And that's all bullshit. I'm really a very asexual person. I'm monogamous. I'm looking to fall in love with somebody. Hardly ever had sex in my whole life with somebody else, mostly with my hand all my life. And it's really more mechanical than anything else to relieve the mental pressure of my fucking penis demanding all that blood from my brain all the time. But I don't suppose that people with IQs lower than fucking body temperature can comprehend what I'm saying about that and have read all sorts of other bullshit into it. But anything you have heard from a kiwi farmer or a video produced by those people is not true. Anything that they say is my words was probably digitally altered. And we're going to court about this real soon. That site's getting shut down by Cloudflare this week, the middle of the week, or I'll be in the court by the end of the week demanding it. On behalf of 2,000 victims. How do you like them apples, Josh? Give me a call, Putz. Where are those putzes gonna defend their bullshit? Heaven Kaufman and duck sauce, whatever the fuck he calls himself. Fucking idiot. He's telling me he's gonna come to my door and just grab me and beat the crap out of me. It's like, come on. Because I know the boy lacks the stones to do anything but sit behind the safety of his fucking internet connection and fuck with people's heads. He don't have the balls to face anybody in person. They have more Sneasel. They're fucking insanely scared of being properly doxxed because there are people that kill them. There are several people that are not going to leave a confrontation with me on their own power. Unless they're real fucking contrite. And any of them think they can beat me down, it ain't gonna happen. People won't let them get close enough to me for them to even try. I never seem to understand that. People like me a lot, regardless of what they think or what they say. People like what I do. They like my music. They like my art. They like my attitude. And nobody lets me get hurt. All my life, nobody's let me get hurt. Well, not nobody. I mean, I've been hurt plenty of times, but for the most part, in a bullshit scene, in a social setting, somebody start going off on me, nobody let it happen. So I really want to see this this documentary. Let's see if he's got his channel back up yet. Since he now there's someone's giving me some bullshit about how they were withholding. They were just showing a trailer. Nope, sure isn't. They were just showing a trailer because they wanted to premiere the movie at the I forget the name of the festival, Sundance Festival. They think they're going to premiere the movie at the Sundance Festival. Is the way it's coming to me. I have a call into the Sundance Festival informing them that it's like libelous, defamatory media that's been stolen. So we'll see how they respond. Yeah, Millennial Turkeys isn't back up. Let's see if he's responded to anything at A and B. Incredible. These are all fake accounts. Unfucking real. What's this? Now I gotta go find them. I think there's a fake D price at another message board. Either that or there's a fake D price at Discord who is trying to play good cop with me. We're gonna find that out. I don't know which. The one at A and B is really venomous, and the one at Discord has is coming at me from a completely different direction. So I think there's something that really requires my focus. If nobody's saying anything, haven't said anything for a while. 11:53 was the last comment. 12:05. I don't want, and there's only 5 people left here. Say something by like 12:15 or so the next time I look at the screen, or I'm shutting this down. So I got something I need to. I got something for them, motherfuckers. Okay. Let's take a look. Anybody say anything? Hey, Top Dad, what's happening? I'm really like, unless somebody wants to like jibber jabber, I'm done. I'm done. I'm dealing with so many imposters right now. You have no idea what these trolls, unless you're one of them. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't care. I don't care. The way I've always been is you're either, well, there's all these fakes. I don't know which are which. Except I know that I'm not the fake Tommy Tudor. But there's a fake Deep Price, at least one, because there's one coming at me at Discord trying to be all apologetic and worried about going to jail, and then there's the one at AMB getting all like calling me dog molester and shit. And then the Tommy Tudor is getting in people's shit, pretending to be me. And they've got trolls in my groups that are contacting people by PM to try and tell them that I'm a child molester. Apparently, the documentary about me is out, and apparently, if I'm understanding what the guy said, and he's for real, they interviewed Pie Man, who told, hell yeah, I've tried to. Here, let me get the account for you. Would you please report this account? Because every time I try to, the reporting tool fails. I've tried to report this account for a long time, and every single time, I do, I get that pile of computer screens saying sorry, try again later. Where is this son of a bitch? Here we go. The guy steals my media. I'll put a new picture up that's different from the one that he's got on, and he just puts, he just grabs it immediately. They have a bot, at least one. There's at least one bot tuned into my channel that grabs it. There's probably at least two, because, well, no, it looks like my videos are being grabbed manually by the Kiwi farmers, and automatically by, they got a Tommy bot at AMB. But here, check this. Yeah, bust this, please. Hello, where's my chatter? There we go. Yeah, this guy's like stealing my shit at AMB and who knows where else. I probably should try. I probably should check at Facebook and see if there's anybody spoofing my account. We've caught a bunch of them there over the years. They'll go and create a fake account and then contact friends and mess with them. Oh yeah, we're checking Facebook for fake Tommy Tudor accounts. Oh good, it's late enough. I can go to bed. Oh shit, I'm not even. Oh, we can fake from there. We can search from there. Oh Jesus. These people are fucking relentless. Just fucking relentless. Well, it was YouTube. Here, this one. That account was pretty dormant for a while, and they just posted on it because they discovered my new account, and they posted on it to tell people to bust it. Seems they've yeah, this is bullshit. Oh, we didn't want to do that. Yeah, I need you to report that as pretending to be a friend. Celebrity, probably stupid because I'm not really a celebrity. I call myself one of the most famous unknown people in the world, though. I don't have like, you know, I mean, I know friends that have maxed out their fucking their friends, and they have 35,000 followers. But I didn't want to even try to collect that. I'm happy with what I got. So, you know, probably a couple thousand between Facebook and YouTube and the groups I own. I probably have a couple thousand people that are like, you know, in my top tier of people receiving my media. And well, I know I'm posting to at least 250,000 in the groups total. And I get a lot of positive feedback. I get a whole lot of positive feedback. So like anything these people want to say about me, my own performance denies it. You know, it's my own performance. It always has. It's like, well, hey, you're talking some shit about somebody that don't act the way you say they are. Um, a lot of those people who are friends and followers now found me because I'm mixing it up with the trolls. You know, the trolls told them something, and they wanted to come and check with me, and decided, well, the trolls are full of shit. Let's see, there was another one there too that I had never seen before. Let's see what that was. That's me. Well, that's a whole brand new account, isn't it? Because here's the old one. Yeah, this is the one I couldn't get them to take down. They got some new diaper account. That must be Sneasel doing that. This one hasn't had a post on it since 2016. So that was a brand new account that I just found. Just fucking crazy. Yeah, I think that this one at I think this one at AMB is a professional liar. Oh, it's crazy. Just crazy. Well, yeah, there's hardly anybody here, and I got things going on that I need to focus on. So thanks for coming. Happy day. Bye.